It's happening, guys. Hopefully you can hear me good, and hopefully the connection is decent because I'm seeing Wi-Fi symbol on there and it's showing the lowest bar. But match preview of tomorrow afternoon's game. It's Arsenal versus Sheffield United at home. 3 p.m. kickoff. Let's get it. So, Arsenal coming from a 2-1 impressive win, when you look at the grand scheme of things, away from home in the Champions League. Now, the fan base, is still divided on the performance. In fact, it's probably mainly headed towards it was poor, it was this, it was that, right? I'm seeing it as Arsenal haven't won in Spain since, 2008 or something? Arsenal haven't, beaten Sevilla at Sevilla. It's not an easy place to go. We've seen teams get brushed there. The only other English team to win there in recent times was Man City last season. In the Super Cup this season, Man City struggled against them. For Arsenal to play shit like they did and still win there, I'm happy with that. Yeah. Just don't do that at the Emirates. Just win and play good at the Emirates, and don't look like you're gonna concede goals and don't concede bare chances like that. You know what I mean? Don't get played off the park in certain situations like that. You know what I mean? That's all I ask. You know what I mean? But hey, we'll come off the back of that, and we'll see how we get on. But this is the match preview for the Sheffield United game. Last season's runners-up, Arsenal, runners-up, you know what I mean? Will look to continue legitimising their Premier League title credentials by seeing off basement boys Sheffield United here. Basement boys because I'm assuming because they're down in the dumps, I don't know. Mikel Arteta's side did drop points in their last league outing away at Chelsea, but showed great determination to bounce back from 2 goals down to salvage a point against their London rivals, which wasn't good enough, like Chelsea. You know what I mean? Chelsea of all teams. A man of salvaging a point from them, man. You know what I mean? But I knew Chelsea would turn up. You know what I mean? I did say so. The bounce back continues, but I thought at least we'd get 3-0 win, even with them turning up. That's what 2 goals on service point against London rivals. Ensuring they remain one of just 3 sides still unbeaten across England's top 4 tiers coming into the weekend. 1-6, drawn 3. The Gunners followed up on that point at Stamford Bridge with a 2-1 win over Sevilla in the UEFA Champions League on Tuesday. But Mikel Arteta's men were dealt with a blow when Gabriel Jesus, who had a hand in both goals, was forced off with a hamstring injury. Now that's not good. That's not good. You know what I mean? And that also means that Nketiah is going to be leading the lineup up top. You know what I mean? That may sideline him here, but the home fans will still be confident they can keep building momentum, given that Arsenal are still unbeaten in 36 Premier League games at the Emirates Stadium against newly promoted sides, a run that stretches back to 2010. 131, drawn 5. Jesus. You know what I mean? That's a Don DeMarco. That's worth a Don DeMarco. While the 2023-24 season remains in its infancy, Sheffield United's prospects already look incredibly bleak. A 2-1 defeat to Manchester United on Saturday was their 8th loss of the Premier League campaign. So we know that we're going to get an AC Milan type of settings from these men now. Yep. With their 1 point after 9 rounds in joint worst return at this stage in the competition history. Rather anonymously, it was the Blades in 2020-21 campaign that also started in this manner and ended in a relegation to the Championship. Paul Heckingbottom's men have wilted as games have gone on, already conceding 8 goals beyond the 75th minute in the Premier League this term. Now, they've already conceded 8 goals beyond the 75th minute. Arsenal in recent times, we're good at scoring goals, at least after 70-something minutes anyway. So, you know, I'm still saying we'll beat these, man, but before I get into that, let's carry on reading. The severity of that troublesome trend is amplified when you take into account no team has scored more Premier League goals in this period than Arsenal coming into round 6. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. Like, if Sheffield United score first, then, man, for their sake, they better park the bus like a rascal. I'm telling you right now. Sheffield United, if you man score, if you man go in front in this game, you better park the mother effing bus. I'm telling you right now, because if you don't, even with Nketiah up front, we should deal with you, man. You know what I mean? Even with him up front. Now, they've got a bunch of injuries. We have 2 that will not play, and that's Partey and Timber. Questionable is Gabriel Jesus for us. So if we look back at our last 5 games, and then we'll look back at Sheffield United's last 5 games, beat Sevilla 2-1 in the Champions League. Drew 2-2 against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Beat Man City 1-0 at the Emirates Stadium. Lost 2-1 at Lens in the Champions League. And smoked Bournemouth 4-0 at the Vitality Stadium. Now, Sheffield United's last 5 games. Lost against Manchester United at home. Lost against Fulham at Fulham 3-1. Lost against West Ham at West Ham 2-0. Lost 8-0 at home to Newcastle. And lost 2-1 at Spurs in a game that looked like they were probably going to win. You know what I mean? Hey, so it's emotional damage for them. Emotional damage. Lost the last 5 games. Now, Arsenal being Arsenal, we know that we gift these teams, don't we? You know what I mean? We gift these teams. These man will turn up like prime AC Milan. I'm telling you right now. Sheffield United are going to use this game to say, this is where we get something from the game. And because we're at home, our home form in terms of goals conceded is poor. Don't think because we kept a clean sheet against Man City that means that that's the turn in the tide now. Teams are barely going to score at the Emirates. Don't think that's going to happen, fam. Teams are still going to be scoring for fun at this ground. You know what I mean? Now you look at our last 5 matches against Sheffield United. Last time we played them at their ground, we beat them 3-0. Before that, we beat them 2-1 at the Emirates. Before that, we beat them 2-1. That was an FA Cup game at their ground. That was the FA Cup quarter-final, I think it was. Yeah, quarter-final. Before that, we drew 1-1 at the Emirates. Before that, we lost 1-0 at their ground when they came up. So, in the 2019-2020 season, in the league, we didn't even beat him. But when we did beat him, it was FA Cup, to which we ended up winning. So, the league table as it stands, Arsenal are 3rd in the table, 2 points behind top, who is Spurs, who actually play tonight. Joint 2nd with Man City, actually. Liverpool 4th with 20 points. And then Aston Villa 5th. Now, let me talk about Aston Villa for a second, right? Let me talk about Aston Villa, right? Because I heard on TalkSport that something about Arsenal maybe regretting letting Unai Emery go, right? Let me just quickly talk about that, right? I was going to have it as its own independent video, but I might do. Like, Unai Emery has beaten and lost and drew pretty much to the same teams that he did when he was Arsenal manager. Pretty much. Near enough. You know what I mean? He's still never beaten Wolves. Wolves beat us twice when we had Unai Emery. Unai Emery's still never beaten Wolves yet. You know what I mean? He's beaten Man U at home, albeit he won at Stamford Bridge this season, because he never did that for us. But if you look at the games he's won and lost, it's been virtually the same. And last season, we finished above Unai Emery's Aston Villa, right? This season, we're still ahead of them in the table. I mean, I don't want to blow smoke up Arteta's ass, but we're in a title race last season that we didn't expect to be in. And this season, it's looking like it's going to be a little bit similar in terms of staying around the top 4 range, right? Aston Villa is still going to drop points to stupid teams that they shouldn't. You know what I mean? Them going to Anfield and getting smoked like that told me everything I need to know. It told me you man aren't built for that yet. You know? Because those are the games you get a draw at least. So I don't want to hear this. We regret letting Unai Emery go because look what he's doing for Villa. Well, when he finishes above Arsenal and gets him in the title race, and he even wins something, then we'll talk about we regret letting Unai Emery go. But so far, nope. You know what I mean? He's chilling in 5th. That's where he was with us. I mean, you know what I mean? The only way you can say that is if he wins a European trophy for Aston Villa. You know what I mean? Even though I don't blame him for us getting smoked in Baku, Emmanuel Azerbaijan. I don't blame him. The players were shit in that final. But less of that talk about, you know, Arsenal might be regretting letting Unai Emery go. It's like, fam,
stop the cap.
That's need help on that one. Need some help.
Stop it. Get some help.
You know what I mean? But yeah, so match preview, yeah. Sheffield United. Score prediction. I think I said 3-1 in my caption. Yeah, 3-1. I'm saying 3-1. You know what I mean? Sheffield United being Sheffield United, I can see them scoring first, and then what will happen is they'll start getting giddy. You know what I mean? And they'll think Arsenal are there for the taking. They won't be smart and park the bus. You know what I mean? And how their man can see goals, especially after 75 minutes, and how we score goals after 75 minutes. Fam. You know what I mean? Like I said, if you man are smart, if you score, if you go in front, you will park the bus. Because if not, it's going to be a case of you're going to concede some late goals, and we're going to look at you as like,
that is another one.
I mean, so I'm saying 3-1. Starting 11, right? Before I end this, starting 11, I'd still go with Raya in goal, but he needs to sort it out with his feet, because everyone's in panic mode when the ball's coming to him at his feet at this moment in time. You know what I mean? And it's only gonna be a matter of time. The mistake that Ramsdale did against Southampton when he passed it practically to the player and he kicked it in. I'm telling you guys right now, right? Because I can kind of see into the future. When I see a pattern, I can see into the future. I'm telling you guys right now, later on down the line in the season, right? David Raya is going to pass the ball to a player and he's going to kick it in the back of the net, and we're going to go behind in the game or something. I'm telling you right now, the same mistake Ramsdale did against Southampton, David Raya is going to do it. It's just a matter of when is it going to happen, unfortunately. I can see it. You can clip this, right? Have it as your own little clip. So when it happens, you can say, yep, YG, you were right. Telling you right now. Because this playing out from the back that Arteta fetishizes. I'm telling you right now, he's going to come back and bite us in the ass on one of these games, at least. Starting 11. Raya in goal. Right back, Ben White. Right centre back, William Saliba. Left centre back, Gabriel Magalhaes. Left back, Tomiyasu. Don't want to see Zinchenko there.
Nope.
I mean, I don't want to see Zinchenko in this lineup. No, that's it. The guy's not good enough. We knew this. We knew this, though, didn't we? Play him as a midfielder if you have to. Right? In fact, I'd go as far as benching Odegaard and put him in his position. I'd go that far. Because Odegaard has been Ghost-Odegaard, right? This guy has been James St. Patrick Settings fan. You know what I mean? So as for the midfield, I would go with Rice, Zinchenko, and Smith Rowe. You know what I mean? Maybe at a stretch, Jorginho for, you know, the more defensive side of things, maybe. But, you know. And then the front three will Saka on right, Martinelli on the left. In fact, what I'd like to see is Nelson on the left, Martinelli in the middle, Saka on the right. I don't mind seeing that. But what starting 11 do I think is going to be fielded out tomorrow? Well, Ryan goal and the back four that I named. But as for midfield, it'll be Jorginho, Rice, and Odegaard. And then front three will be Martinelli, Nketiah, and Saka. That's the team that I expect to see. But the starting 11 I gave you just previous is what I would like to see. You know what I mean? That's what I would choose. You know what I mean? And that team will be good enough, more than good enough to see out Sheffield United. You know what I mean? We know prime AC Milan's going to turn up. We know that much. You know what I mean? It's up to us now what we're going to do about it. Anyways, guys, like the video, share the video, comment, subscribe. That's my match preview for tomorrow afternoon's game. Let me know what you guys think. What score do you think? Do you think we're going to smoke them? Do you think that we're going to narrowly beat them? Do you think it's going to be a draw? Do you think they're going to come in and beat us? The sky's kind of the limit when you beat the champions. You know what I mean? But trust me, like, in this day and age, it doesn't matter. Because look at us against Chelsea. We're going to beat Man City and then go do that against Chelsea. You know what I mean? But yeah, like the video, share the video, comment, subscribe to the channel. Follow all the socials, links in the description below. Twitter, don't mess with that anymore. Because they're pagans, just like TikTok. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.